Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about life hacks for studying medicine. These life hacks are the one I apply in my daily life as doctor, and I applied them as medical student many years ago. Also, some of my friends apply in their career. But these life hacks, I cannot tell you they're gonna give you the 100% a successful career in medicine. No, they're gonna help you a lot, and if you apply them, yes, if you apply them, and also with your own personality, they're gonna help you a lot. Okay. So, my name is Manuel de Jesus Encarnación Ramirez. I am professor of anatomy of UNESCO. I'm being a professor of anatomy of the University Rudein in Moscow. Also, I've been professor of anatomy of the University Autónoma of Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic, and also I'm being professor of anatomy in 2021 in the University Krishna Institute of Medical Science. The first life hack is making your bed. Yes, and maybe you wanna say, wait, stop, why? Why making my own bed is related with medical career? Well, as the Admiral Williams McRaven say, if you want to change the world, start from making your own bed. Why? Maybe you say, I don't want to change the world. I want to have a good career in medicine. Yes, but when you start from making your own bed, you start the day with discipline, and discipline is all. Let's say you have a hard day. You come back home at 8 p.m., 9 or 10 p.m. But your bed is already done. So you don't need to worry about it. You just take a bath and sleep. But if your bed is not made, so you arrive home tired, and you now need to make it. So first, start by making your own bed. It's gonna create a habit. It's gonna create some responsibility, because we cannot achieve like a big responsibility, big goals, if we cannot even try the small ones. Okay. The discipline sooner or later will win the intelligence. Discipline is not study by somebody who push you. No. Discipline is study, learn, train. The diet. Yes, we know you are very busy and you don't have time to cook, but there are still ways to eat healthy. If you eat crap, you will feel like a crap. Okay. Burgers and deep fried chicken, this is not the best and healthy food. Okay. Is why you need to eat properly. This is not uncommon for medical student or student in general to skip breakfast. Most people do better if they have a breakfast. They think better, they have more energy in the morning, and they don't overeat through the day. So before you leave home, maybe because you're late, or if you wake up earlier, better. So before you leave home, you can take one on-the-go option. Now, for example, a package of oatmeal, okay? Because this is gonna offer you a good source of grain and far less sugar than the flavored option. So for a lot of medical students, missing the meals is not the best way. Okay, it doesn't matter how much busy hard is your schedule. Also, it's important to avoid this cola, this drink with a lot of calories. Okay, So avoid drinking your calories. Water is always the best choice. Always, water is the best choice. For that, you need to drink enough water. Okay. Not drinking enough water can leave the student feeling with the fatigue and weakness. Okay. So beyond that, when the students are going to drink coffee or tea for their caffeine, yes, but always water. Always water. And later, yes, of course, you can take natural juice. Always is the best. Natural juice. Here, you can see here in the pictures, you can see some food, very healthy ones. Okay, you can see here the green leaf vegetables. This like spinach, collards, broccoli. They are rich in brain healthy nutrients like vitamin K, lutein, folate, okay, and beta carotene. Some research suggests this plant-based food may help to show some cognitive benefit. Here, yes, our good friends, I love it. I love it. The fatty fish. Fatty fish are abundant, and they have a lot abundant source of omega-3. The fatty acid is well known to have healthy fats. These fat are linked to lower the blood level of the beta amyloid. This protein forms a damaged clump in the brain of people with Alzheimer. So always when you can, of course, do it. Always when you can and the possibilities help, you do it. Eat fish. Oh, if you don't have a fish, yes, you can take some supplement of omega-3. They sell it everywhere in any pharmacy. Also, you can take berries. The berries are very good because the berries have the flavonoids. Okay. As you can see here, our good two friends. I love coffee. All the days, at least, I need to take at least in the day 500 milliliters of coffee. So the caffeine in the morning or tea also can have a concentration boost. In 2014, there is a study. I put here the link for the studies from the Journal of Nutrition. The participant with the higher caffeine consumption scored better on tests of mental function. So the caffeine might also help to solidify new memories, according to other research of the investigator of the Johns Hopkins University. They have improved to some participants with the caffeine. They put the caffeine and to another one they give placebo, and the one who have the caffeine have a better result. You can see here all the study of what I am talking about. So coffee or tea, very good. If you can take it without sugar, yes, it's gonna be better because that's gonna be less kilocalories for you. Also, as you can see here, the walnuts. The nuts are excellent source of protein and healthy fats. Again, healthy fats. And one type of nuts in particular may also improve the memory. Okay. The sport. Yes, it doesn't matter how busy you are, you always need to make time for your body, for your health. Okay. So there is scientific evidence based on the reimagining approach over the last decade. We have demonstrated the efficiency of physical activity improving the cognitive health across the human lifetime. Aerobic, running, bicycle, swimming, this kind of exercise that are very good for the stress, for your body. You're gonna feel better after you go to the gym, after you go this kind of exercise. Okay, it's not you're gonna kill yourself in the gym. Okay, all this study, I put you also some study and you can see it here. The localization. Why is this important? The localization for study. Why this is important? Yes, there is people who prefer to study in coffee shops, other in the libraries, and other in homes. In my case, when I was medical student, I studied in home. Library, very short time. In that time, for example, in my country, they are not so famous. In that time, in 2008, wasn't so famous or so popular to study in coffee shops. In the library, my university is huge. It's a huge library, but it's very loud. So, in my case, I study in home. But of course, the time is different now. And now, for example, you can go to the coffee shop and very silent. They have Wi-Fi. They have excellent coffee, of course. They have a good environment for you to study. And if you can study in group, yes, you can do it. It's good. But a place where you can concentrate, okay? A place where you can concentrate. Library, of course, is one of the best places. If the library is very quiet, yes, you have a lot of sources. You have a lot of books. Next to you, you have a lot of books. Yes, it's one of the best places to study. Yes, reading in home is comfortable. Yes, but sometimes all your family is all playing around you. It's gonna distract you. That's the main problem. Or the dog is playing, the cat is playing. But again, all the plays have some good benefits. Yes, but the library don't work. Not in all the places, the library work 24 hours. And also the coffee shops. So, what kind of people are you? The one who like to study in groups or the one who like to study alone? When you study in groups, yes, you can share your experience, your opinion, and if you don't understand something, yes, somebody can help you in your group. It's good. But also, sometimes a lot of people around talking, they create distraction and don't help. Depending on the kind of people you are. In my self-opinion, when I was medical student, yes, I prefer to study alone, absolutely. But when I become resident of general surgery, in that time, I studied in group. For the test, I studied in group. And later, as a resident of neurosurgery, I study alone. Yes, if you study alone, you can concentrate more. Sometimes, yes, you can concentrate more. But as I said before, when you study in group, you can hear other people's opinion. So, like they say in Spanish, going alone, you can get to the goal more fast. But going in group, you can go more far. Okay? So, always is good to be in group. Always is good to be in group. So there is different technique for study. For example, the Pomodoro technique. It's a time management method. Was developed by Francesco Cirillo in Italy in the late 80s. Okay, this technique have take 25 minutes of length of study, and you're gonna make some break. Okay, as you can see here, 25 minutes, and take a break. Every 10 minutes, you take a break of 5. The way I study, my way, is different. I put the clock, I put the timer. And when I put the timer, I don't touch a cell phone, I don't do nothing until the timer is running. If I need to go to bathroom, if I need to take a call, if I need to eat, I stop the timer. When I finish and I sit to read again, I restart the timer I start the timer in the precise time, I stop it. So it's me. If I put the timer in, I'm gonna be reading 1 hour, for example, 1 hour. But that 1 hour, if I make two stop of 10 minutes, real times can be 1 hour and 10 minutes. If I make two stop of 10 minutes, for example. But in the timer is 1 hour. So it means this is concrete, real reading time. This is the way I do. No cell phone, nothing. Just reading. Oh, of course, if I am watching a video, yes, of course I do it. But concentrate on that. The way to obtaining the information, this is very important. Medical students need to seek a lot of information from internet. Internet is full of websites about medical topics, a lot, but not all of them are validated. Okay, so you need to find the good, the purpose, the right source of information. Okay, there is a lot of websites like the good ones are like universities. University of Harvard have a lot of information. University of Stanford, Oxford, for just to say something, okay, or the World Health Organization also. So try to find this proper website, because you will know the credibility is very good. Some people say Wikipedia. Yes, you need to be careful with Wikipedia. Wikipedia have a lot of good information, because Wikipedia says something, and a lot of these articles of Wikipedia have the reference there, and you can check the reference. So we cannot say like, wow, Wikipedia is the worst. No. Get enough sleep. This is very important. This is something in my time I don't do it very well. I didn't have enough time for sleep, because during the exam, the test seasons, when the students disregard their own health to be able to focus in the task, read. Yes, but remember, if you always are reading, you don't gonna need to be without sleep all the night, and because sometimes we spend all the night reading. Sometimes we spend all the night reading because we left this topic, for example, for the last. I'm gonna read that before the test. No, and medicine don't work like that. You always need to be reading and refreshing all topics. So sleep is good for health, okay? Well, if you have a gadget, which one is better, Android or iOS? I cannot tell you which one is better. I will tell you which one I use and why I like it. I like Android. Android have more free connection with different gadgets, with different Android device. Okay, for me it's better. That's in my own opinion. So, which way you like to read more, to learn, the podcast or lecture? In my time, we don't have podcasts like that. Not like now. Now we have a lot of podcasts of everything. Both of them have good parts and no very good part. If you like podcasts, yes, you can be even cleaning, even walking. You can be listening to some podcasts. And the good part of the podcast, something I do is I increase the velocity of the podcast. Now I listen a lot of podcasts when I am doing something. Even in the gym, I listen podcasts. So if you listen the podcast in velocity 1.5 and later you can put a 2, you're gonna catch the knowledge, you're gonna catch the information also. The always is a very good one. It's the books. The books. I love the books. In my own opinion, I prefer still the paper. I love the paper. The sensation the paper gives to you is priceless. Always is good to review the material regularly. If you do that in the time of the test or the exams, you will be relaxed. You're not gonna need to go to bed very late or don't even sleep. No, you will be normal. You're not gonna stress yourself. Prepare for the clinical writing paper. This is very important part. In my time, I didn't appreciate that like now. So my advice for you is prepare for the clinical writing paper. Students can find the style of question in the clinical paper unfamiliar or challenging. Every medical school employs a slightly different style of question, but in general, the standard structure is a patient case, for example, is in the way you're gonna start. Case review, for example, case review, case report. Okay, always be in that field, scientific field. Okay. So building a good foundation is the key to mastering the clinic. What is the foundation? The basic is the basic science, anatomy, physiology. Anatomy is all. And if you're gonna be surgeons, neurosurgeons, orthopedic surgeons, urologists, plastic surgeon, anatomy is the key. Anatomy is all. All is anatomy. When you know the anatomy and you combine with the physiology, you know you will have at least a 60% of the diagnosis, okay? Because you know what's the normal function, and if you know when something is not function well, you're gonna localize it better. For that, for neurosurgeon, we need to explore the patient, and when you know the anatomy well, you know the myotoma, you know the dermatoma, you already know what are you looking for. Okay, when you know the anatomy, you address your question, you address your side to that part, to what is not going well there, and then you can use only the CT or the MRI just to be 100%. But when you know the anatomy and physiologist, you already have like you can be sure at least 70%, 80% of what are you looking for. Learn a new language is always good. You're gonna keep your mind busy, something you can do in your free time. In my way, for example, I am trying to learn all the year a new language. Now I'm learning German. I started in December until December, and in this December I try to start with the Chinese. So when you learn a new language, you're gonna open a new world. It's like a new language is different door for different world. Okay, language always gonna open door for you. Keep your mind busy. Okay. So what's the resilience? It's essential for doctors and medical students. It's crucial to know when to take a break. Reflect. That's gonna reflect the and choose yourself with demands ahead. Having hobby and activities to do in the evening and in the weekend outside, because remember, you are not a machine. You need something. You need some hobbies to do. Paint, playing some instrument, go to the gym, learn new language. This is always good. So the psychologists define the resilience as a process of adaptation well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threat, or significant source of stress. In medicine, you're gonna have a lot of stress. That's the truth. I cannot lie to you and say it's gonna be just flowers and unicorns. No, medicine is not easy. Okay, medicine is very demanding career. and you need to have a lot of resilience and discipline. It's critical to start to preparing for your license exams. For example, for the USMLE or the European exams, like the MIR, for example. In college, you probably start studying for the major tests a week or in advance. Yes, but for the United States Medical License Examination, USMLE, you need to start earlier, very earlier. Okay, it's a lot of information, and some exams they have the technique. They have a lot of questions you need to understand. You need to have familiarized with them. I have some friends in the United States. They start to study since they was in the medical study, and they already finished the residence. Some of them are in the neurology residence. So always start to study earlier for your license examination. You can take all tests, make simulation, but always read, read, read. So with that, we finish some life hacks for medical students. That these life hacks are the one I use, and they help me a lot. And I am 100% they also gonna help you. Okay. So that's all. Thank you so much. A blessing.